Hello, everyone. Welcome to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at The Son of Neptune, Chapter 17, starting Hazel's part in the story. Her four-section part. Man, this chapter was pretty long, so let's just get into it. The first part, Hazel is feeling really seasick. She actually gets motion sick a lot. It sounds like on trains or on boats, wherever, but especially the sea. So once they get in the boat and they start going just a little bit, immediately she doesn't feel well. She is going down the boat and she's kind of remembering her last conversation with Nico. And Nico says, "Hey, look, I gotta go help Dad with the underworld." But he says, "Look, be careful. I don't want to lose a sister. Okay, I don't want to lose another sister." And so Nico's really worried because he thinks that, Hazel died here at this place the first time in Alaska, and she might die again. So he just kind of warns her, be careful. And do something proud, hopefully, and maybe be reincarnated to in the fields of Elysium. They're going past, I think, San Diego or San Francisco or something like that, and Piercy's kind of looking out into the city and thinking, "Oh, I feel like I've been here before. I think I was searching for my girlfriend." And he sees the mountain. He's like, "Oh, Mount Tom, that something seems like it was something special was there." And then Frank says, "Oh yeah, Jason led a legion and attacked that mountain. That's where the Titans were, and he defeated them, and he fought one of the Titans hand to hand and won." And Percy's like, "Oh man, I feel like I know what that's like." And then they continue on their journey. Now, in the boat, Hazel starts to remember her past a little bit. The first time she stops and says, No, I can't black out. But the second time, she starts to remember her past and whew, she gets taken away. And she starts to reminisce or think about all her past events. And so now we get some really good info about Hazel's original story. So we find out that Hazel and her mom went to Alaska. In Alaska, it was terrible. It was so freezing, and her mom was taken over by the voice, which we know as Gaia. But her mom would go to work all day, come back, and suddenly the voice would take over and would order Hazel what to do. It wasn't a nice voice. It would just tell her what to do and call her the cursed child. Hazel didn't even have any comfort in the village. They were in a small village and everyone called her the witch's child. And if she got too close, they would throw rocks, and people weren't very nice to her. It was pretty sad. The only thing Hazel really liked was the sun. And in Alaska, in the wintertime, the sun only comes up for a very short time. And in the summertime, the sun stays up all the time. And so when it was the summertime, she loved it so much. She'd go outside and just go hike around and go explore and just try to get as high as she could to just get the light and get the sun. One day she sees a horse and she tries to capture the horse, but she can't get it. And it sounds like a magical horse because boom, it just runs away as fast as you can blink your eye. After the horse goes away, she realizes, "Oh no, I'm late. I should have been home hours ago." So she runs back home, and she gets home, her mom's not there. Oh, okay, maybe it's okay. And then she looks around. Her bedroom is destroyed. Her little chest with all her special things is completely broken. Her pencils are broken, her paper's torn up, everything's a wreck. And there's just one letter, one piece of paper, and it says, "Come to the island." And so Hazel's kind of sad and cries, and she takes a rowboat out to the island to go find her mom and this voice. She gets to the island and she sees that her mom is normal. Her mom's actually herself. It's been months or maybe a year where her mother's been under the control of Gaia, but finally her mother is normal. And her mother's crying and she says, "Oh, my daughter, I'm so sorry. Um, I I shouldn't have done this. I should have listened to your father. And then we actually get to hear some of the reason why Hazel was cursed. Because Hazel's mom made a wish. Give me all the riches under the earth. And Hades or Pluto was like, whoa, 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 no, no, no. That's a really greedy wish. That's going to come with really bad things. Please don't wish for that. But her mom was too greedy, and that's what she wished for. And that's why Hazel has the power that she does to bring all the valuable things out of the earth, and why she has the curse. So, one thing I forgot to mention is while she's going to the island, a raven lands on the boat, and the raven tells her, the last night, the last night. And Hazel's like, what do you mean? What is that? Does that mean I'm free after this? Does that mean I'm gonna die after this? Is that a promise? Is that a warning? What's going on? Oh, the raven doesn't say anything. It just says the last night, flies away. Well, when Hazel gets to the island, she sees that this thing that she's been pulling up out of the ground is, at first it was gold and diamonds and silver and oil, but then slowly this thing started coming out of the ground, which we see is Alcyonus or something, the eldest giant son, the firstborn. And so Hazel's been bringing that up and filling it with gold and silver and oil and everything. Diamonds for the heart, oil for the blood, gold for the skin or muscles. I have no idea. And as she's doing this, well, she's already done it now. It's almost over. And then just needs one last thing. And Gaia kind of has these dreams. Gaia's still asleep, remember? But she, even in her dreams, she's so powerful. And Gaia's dreaming that in World War II, that Germany will become more powerful and Japan will be more powerful. And they're causing wars all over the world. And the gods are taking sides and joining in those wars and just killing each other. And while this is happening, this is Gaia's dream, the giants are rebuilding their armies. And so then finally, when they get enough strength, they'll just march through and destroy everyone, because the humans would be exhausted from the war and the gods would be exhausted from the war, and they wouldn't be able to fight the giants together. And so that's Gaia's dream. And her dream is so powerful that the shadows in the cave start to change to reflect that dream. Whew. But then Hazel discovers the last piece, the last thing she needs. For Alcyonus to become alive, he needs a willing offering for Hazel's mom to say, I will give my life to you willingly, free will, of her own control. And at this point, something happens to Hazel, and she gets kind of confident and empowered. She says, no, this isn't going to happen. I'm not going to be the reason this happens. And she uses her power to break up the cave, to break up the body, to push it back into the ground. And there's this really nice moment where Hazel's mom kind of hugs her and says, I'm so proud of you. And then they both collapse and the island crushes down and they're all destroyed. And that is how Hazel got her first death. Whew, that was long. Oh my goodness, there's a ton of vocabulary here. Let me look at a few of these, and you can check some on your own if you want. Woozy. Woozy means dizzy. In the boat, she's feeling woozy. Euphoria is this feeling of excitement, of joy, of happiness, right? During the war games, she felt so excited. But now, not so excited. Queasy is like, that feeling like something is gonna come out of your body. We call that queasy. Emissary is a messenger. Stallion is a male horse. Faster than forked lightning. If you imagine a lightning bolt shooting down from the sky, usually lightning spreads out, right? It goes straight and then spreads out. But when you look at that, boom, it's so fast. And that's how fast the stallion moves. It was there and it was gone. pulsated. I think we've had this word before, but it's like woo, 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 woo. This rhythmic energy going up and down. It could be a light, or it could be like a drum beat, right? Boom, 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 shaking the ground. In this cave, it's like energy, right? Even though Guy is asleep, there's this woo of energy that is trying to control Hazel, and Hazel has to fight it. Lint. This is in some countries they don't use dryers. Maybe in your pocket. If you feel inside your pocket, do I have any? Usually any pocket will have I don't know if you can see this very well. A piece of lint. That's like the cotton and the fabric from your clothes, and it just kind of rubs off your jeans and it gets stuck inside your pocket. So that's called lint. In America, some guys have really hairy stomachs and chests, and so that hair will actually capture the lint from their shirt, and it's really weird because they'll put it in their belly. And so we have these things called belly button lint. And so, it's not uncommon for like little kids or older guys to have some lint, like I showed you, inside their belly button just from their shirt rubbing against their body. Relinquished is to let go. Morass is, I'm going to let you Google that one yourself. I want you to come back with me and tell me the definition after you look it up, okay? Or you can even use it in one of your sentences if you want. But first, look it up on your own in English, and if the English definition doesn't make sense, you can look at it in Korean or whatever language your native language is. Also, I will explain it when we meet in person, so that way we just make sure that we're all on the same page and understand it. The last one, incentive. Incentive is like a reward or a prize. So Hazel's mom doesn't want to give her soul to the giant, okay? But she needs an incentive, a push. And so Gaia says, if you give your soul to my son, I will let your daughter live. Letting her daughter live is the incentive, it's the push, it's the reward. Luckily, they didn't accept it. Discussion question. What would you have done if you were Hazel? And this is a pretty big question, okay? But imagine your parents taking you to Alaska and then acting crazy. What would you have done? Imagine being stuck in a village where people are not nice to you. What would you have done? Imagine this horse that you were trying to capture. How would you have captured it? And then, of course, at the end with Alcyonus, about ready to wake up. What would you have done in that situation? You don't have to answer all of these, okay? You can pick one, or you can just give a broad overview. But imagine that environment. Oh, that would have been awful, terrible, and freezing. Oh, that's just the worst. What would you have done if you were Hazel? Of course, think of your own discussion question. So many wonderful topics we could have looked at, and so many different questions we could have asked. That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.